I would like to welcome everybody to the opening ceremony of the Providence Zen Center. The opening speech for the ceremony is going to be given by the Providence Zen Center Abbot Lincoln Rhodes.
This isn't on. Thank you all for coming today. I've been very lucky. I've been at many opening ceremonies of Zen centers. Twice I was at the opening ceremony of the Cambridge Zen Center. And twice I was at the opening ceremony of the International Zen Center of New York. And at least once in New Haven and in Los Angeles. I don't know if I was at one in Berkeley, but I was there while they were beginning their Zen Center. But the only thing that's been missing, I was never at an opening ceremony of the Providence Zen Center. So now it's complete. I met Sunsunini 5 years ago, and the Providence Zen Center had just had an opening ceremony for. Providence Zen Center had just had an opening ceremony on their move to Hope Street. There's something very wonderful about having the ceremony today. Not only have all these people come here from this area and from our Zen centers, but there's people here from Canada, from California. We have guests from Korea. And it's a very amazing thing. Why? To have all these people come to this place on this day at this time. And when I think about why that has happened, or how that has happened, to me it means that there's a lot of energy to do something here. And to use this situation in this place in ways that we all can benefit from. So I thank you all for coming, and I hope that we all can use this new Zen Center in the best way possible for each of us. Thank you.
Everybody, please stand up. This is a very auspicious occasion for us, and we have some very special guests here with us today. One of them is going to give the Dharma speech, and I'd like to say something about him. He is Kim Sansunim, who is the Joshil Sunim at Tamasa Temple and Zen Center in Los Angeles. He was formerly the highest-ranking monk in the Chogyey order in Korea, and has just recently come to the United States to live at Tamasa and be the resident teacher there. So it's a great honor for us to have him join us for the opening ceremony here, and he will be giving the Dharma speech.
오늘 이 when Shakyamuni Buddha held up a flower on Virtue's peak, nobody in the crowd understood what he meant. And only one person in the crowd understood the meaning and smiled. And it was Mahakashapa who smiled. One day, Shakyamuni Buddha was passing through a town with many of his students. And when he saw a place, he said to his students, "This place would be very nice if we build a temple on it." Hearing this, one of the gods of the heaven came down and placed the branch of a tree on this side and said, "Shakyamuni Buddha, now I just finished building a temple." And Shakyamuni Buddha, hearing this, smiled at him. About 2,000 years later in Korea, there was two great Zen masters, one of whom is sometimes grand teacher Manggong S님, and the other one, Yongwar Zen master. They were working together through a street, and they were talking about this question. Shakyamuni smiling at the God of heaven, and Mahakashapa smiling at Shakyamuni holding up a flower. And Yongwar Zen master asked Manggong S님 if those two smiles were same or different. So Manggong S님 answered, "They are the same." Yongwar Zen master disagreed, and they had a big argument about it. Today, on this great day of opening ceremony of Providence Zen Center, I see a smile on every one of you sitting here. I like to ask you if the smile that you have on your face is the same as the smile that Mahakashapa has on his face and the smile that Shakyamuni Buddha has on his face. If someone were to ask me the same question, that if the smile that every one of you here have on his face and the smile that Shakyamuni Buddha and Mahakashapa has are the same or different, I would say that in the Rockies, atop a high mountain, there are always green trees, and bright moon of the western ocean is shining for universe.
Huh?
We are honored also with the presence of another very great monk who is visiting the country for a brief time. His name is Kwanglunga Sanim, and we have a connection through him because he is the teacher of Hoban Sanim, who many of us know from Wangak Sa in New York. And it's a great privilege for us to be able to have him also here today. He is going to give the first congratulatory speech.
불초 간생이 이 개미 홍보반 이전 대원식을
I'm very honored and very happy to give a congratulatory speech on the opening day of Providence Zen Center in front of Buddha. I have been here only 1 month. I've been in the United States only 1 month. Because of that, I haven't thought of anything to say here today. When I was in Korea, I heard that there were some Korean monks who were preaching here. When I heard it, I didn't know what kind of impact they had on the American people. When I heard those stories about monks teaching in America, I had some idea what it was like. But when I see the gathering here today, I'm very surprised and very glad that it's very speak, and it's very, the teaching is going very good.
우리 달마종의
Bodhidharma came to China. Bodhidharma is the head of Zen sect. He's the one who brought the Zen from India. He came to China and sat in a cave in a Shaolin temple for 9 years. And after 9 years, he found somebody to give his transmission, who was his name was Hegadesa. And after 9 years of studying, he found somebody to give transmission, and he was Hegadesa. It took Bodhidharma 9 years to find one student. And this one student, he was the one who spread the real Buddhism in China. And when you look back, that it took Bodhidharma 9 years, and Sansanim has not been here in this country 9 years, not even 9 years. And see that he not only has one student, but he has many students, more than 100 students. And to hear and to find that there's more than 10 Zen centers in the United States, I'm very, in a way, impressed and very happy to see his teaching. But if every one of you here were to think of himself as a Hegadesa, the transmission from Bodhidharma, and spread the teaching of Buddhism, then it's not only the United States, though every corner of the world would find and would be listening to the teaching of Buddha in very short time. I understand today is Sansane's birthday. It's very meaningful to have a birthday and opening ceremony on the same day. The great Zen master Suntan Sansanin was born 51 years ago in Korea. Now today he reappeared in the United States and he's teaching American students. If the students and Sansanin could put the mind, have a one mind, both of them would have one mind, I don't doubt that we would have the glorious day when the Buddha was here on this earth. I put my palms together and Hapjang, and I pray that Sansanin would have a good heart and would live a long life, and every student of his also have a good heart and have a long life, and in the span of your lifetime have spread the word of Buddha. When I go back to Korea, it will be my present. I write something. I forget. I don't know the right word. I write some praise. It's kind of a praise. Yeah. I write the praise of his work, and this will be my present to Sansanin.
여러분 모쪼록 건강하시오. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
And let me give you an English speech after finishing my Korean address. Okay, I would like to summarize it into English. What I said in Korean was, there are so many nationalities: American, Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and Russian, German, and there are many languages also, the Korean language, the Japanese language. And in this society, we have many different job occupations. Some are carpenters and teachers and preachers. Therefore, we have many disagreements between those different peoples, because of their cultural background, because of the difference of the language and their credo, faith, and the value system, and so on. But we are living together in this society. Therefore, we have to have some one truth by which we can communicate each other. And through having that one way, one truth, by which we can communicate each other, we can find one, the harmony. We can realize harmony in this society. As far as I know, the Zen is the way to teach that way. And that is the way our, Venerable Sun San Snim has taught in the United States, through founding so many Zen centers in the United States, including Canada and Europe. Therefore, through founding this Private Zen Center, we have to realize that one truth. And then I hope all of you would come down to the people who are still attached their unique, the faith or the skills and knowledge. And I hope you will guide them to go to the Sun San Snim's way. That is the way to, pay the Sun San Snim's teach, and that is the way to live as a Buddhist in this world. That is my hope on this auspicious. Thank you very much.
Our last congratulatory speech will be given by one of our Zen Center members who has come all the way across the country for this occasion. It's the abbot of the Empty Gate Zen Master, Dharma. Dharma teacher, Ezra Clark.
달마 티처께서 나오셔서 한마디 말씀을 해주셨습니다.
감사합니다.
고맙습니다.
That's good. I was afraid I was going to have to do like Professor Park and speak to you both in Korean. Thank you. I cannot do it.
감사합니다. 다행히 한국말을 하시는 분이 있어서 제가 많이 듣는 겁니다.
I don't know who to congratulate most, but first of all, I'd like to congratulate Sun San Snim, our Zen master, on his birthday. And he says, I have no birthday, but that's all right. We'll congratulate him anyway. And because he's responsible for everything that you see here, and including this lovely altar, although all of us had a hand in making this happen, he is ultimately responsible, and I think he deserves congratulations first of all. Then I'd like to also congratulate all of you, and I include myself, because we are born in this human body, and we had the good fortune also to come across a keen-eyed Zen master, and that's why we're all here. It's been my experience that everyone that I've seen meet San Snim, especially those who get to know him, end up as we are hooked in this situation, and we can only go straight, like he says, and follow each moment, and do just as Professor Park said, by our own way and by our own example and by everything we do, we are pushing forward the teachings of Buddha through our Zen Master Sansanin. Buddha said that we should find our true job in life and then follow it wholeheartedly. And Sansanin says much the same thing, that is, we should go straight and believe in ourselves 100% and save all people from suffering. Now this is nothing special. Zen is nothing special. In California, there are big cement mixing trucks that go around that are painted pink, and they have on their side painted, "Find a need and fill it."
Would you repeat, please?
In California, there are big cement mixing trucks that are painted pink, and they say, "Find a need and fill it," in big letters on the truck. Find a need and fill it.
Find
a need
and fill it.
and fill it.
캘리포니아 버클레이는 시멘트 만드는 기계가 있는데
And like these cement trucks, we're going around finding needs and filling them all the time, moment by moment. And I've been here for 3 days making this thing happen with all of you, and we've certainly filled a lot of needs, I'm sure. And I hope we continue to do that. Thank you very much.
It's a tradition at opening ceremonies to ask our most honored guests to offer incense. We have something very special about to happen. We are about to get a present from our teacher for our opening ceremony.
My present is a poem. 내 선물은 다른 것이 아니고 이 오픈 세레모니 개원식에 대해서 시를 하나 지었습니다. 시를 하나 여러분들한테 소개할까 이렇게 생각을 합니다. 먼저 영어로 우리 루이스가 읽겠습니다.
Blue sky, white clouds back and forth. Green trees close grown. The pond reflects everything. Originally never closed. How does it open? This is very funny.
Okay.
Don't make a fence. Don't make a door. The door, the fence, shuts you in. Without hole, iron head, very necessary. When dog with no nostril barking, you understand great freedom. Creak, bell, gong, gong, bird, chirp, chirp, bullfrog, moo, moo.
This is English. Now Korean, okay? 한국말로 이 시를 갖다가 한번 소개하겠습니다. 푸른 하늘, 흰 구름은 오락가락, 녹음은 무성한데 저 연못은 명경과 같아 뭐다 빛이었네. 본래 막음이 없거늘 무엇을 연다고 할 것인가. 참으로 우습고 우습도다. 울타리를 만들지 말고 문을 닫지 말아라. 울타리와 저문은 너를 가두리라. 구멍 없는 샘뭉치가야만 사나니라. 콧구멍 없는 개가 짖을 때에 너는 얻으리라 대자유를. 띠거든. 이게 문 여는 소리입니다. 띠거든. 정 소리는 댕댕, 새 소리는 짹짹. 왕개구리가 되게 많이 있습니다. 왕개구리가 우는 소리가 무 이렇게 웁니다. 감사합니다.
On behalf of the Providence Zen Center, our housemaster, Shana Lieberman.
It's really wonderful to be able to thank all of you who came here today for our opening ceremony. And I can think of 3 different kinds of people who are here today, all of whom deserve a particular kind of thank you. First, for Kinsan Sanim and Kwanun Sanim, thank you very, very much. You show us that we are part of a much larger tradition. And one part of this tradition that I think all of us can relate to is how through this practice and through all of us coming together, we all learn a little bit about making the world a clearer and more peaceful and more compassionate place. So next I want to thank all of you who came from our branch Zen centers all over the United States and from Canada to join us here to open this house that is really for all of us to practice and use and help ourselves and other people through its use. And also I would like to thank all of you who are friends of the Providence Zen Center. That is, I know someone here who helped us put up the bell house, and someone else here who perhaps would never come to practice at a Zen center or would never really live at a Zen center, but who joined us to open this house, to congratulate us, to welcome us, and who have helped us every day in all different kinds of ways. I hope that in coming here today, not only do you hear our appreciation, but that you feel free to come anytime and to use this Zen Center in any way that is useful for you. So to everyone, welcome to the new Providence Zen Center. Thank you all very, very much for coming, and may you all benefit from this place. Thank you.
Our housemaster has some closing remarks.
원장님께서 다시 말씀을 2번째로 말씀하시겠습니다.
Not only will we celebrate the opening of the Providence Zen Center Day, as you've already heard, we'll celebrate the birthday of our teacher, Sansanim. And you're all invited to stay for a buffet dinner here in the tent that will be served at 4:30. And the birthday ceremony, which will begin at 7 o'clock, and the birthday party, which will be held directly thereafter. Immediately after we end here, if everyone could go to the bell house, Lynn? Up to the bell house and keep your robes on, and let's have a picture of all of us at this opening ceremony gathering. And then directly after that, if the people on the DTA governing board could go to the Dharma room for their meeting, then and all the rest of you are invited to make yourself at home, the garden, the pond, the woods. Watch out for poison ivy and wasps. And we'll hit a bell at 4:30